Hello everybody, this is Grim, and welcome to something actually new for my channel. Welcome to Magic the Gathering. So, thing is, I started playing Magic the Gathering. I'm not exactly that far yet. I mean, if you look at my decks here, I mean, all I've really got is these few starter decks. Because I basically just beat the tutorial. But, I learned I have quite a high amount of packs racked up for somebody who has literally never played this game before. So I thought, why don't I record a video and do it like the old, bro you whack, like Overwatch loot box openings, but instead for Magic the Gathering card packs. So we're just going to open each and every single one of these packs, one by one, see what we get. I hope we get something good. I'm gonna start from March of the Machine, and I'm gonna save the Final Fantasy ones for last because I'm really looking forward to Final Fantasy ones. Avatar ones are gonna be second to last. So anyway, here we go. March of the Machine. Let's see what we get here. Common wild card and desired card to your deck. One. Ooh. Legendary creature, human rogue. Power, toughness, 1 or less, can't be blocked. And what is this? Complete the circuit. Cast sorcery spells this turn as though they had flash. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. Neato. Pack 2. Got a wild card here. Rare wild card. So, legendary creature, human wizard. Ingo, Rune Eyes. Scry 3. When Rune Eyes dies, draw 3 cards if 3 or more creatures died this turn. I don't know if this is. Errant and Dialba. Flash, flying. May look at the top card of your library at any time. You cast spells with flash or flying from the top of your library. Alright, last March of the Machine pack. Ooh, we got 2 this time. Here we go. Zurgo Ojitai. Orc Dragon. Flying and haste. Hexproof, as long as it entered this turn. When 1 or more dragons you control deals combat damage to a player or battle, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may return 1 of those dragons to its owner's hand. And SRAM, Senior Edificer. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. Alright, next. March of the Machine, The Aftermath. That's it. Pack 1. Here we go. Valduk, Keeper of Flame. Human Shaman. Beginning of combat on your turn for each aura and equipment attached to Valduk, a 3/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Exile those tokens at the beginning of the next step. What is trample and haste? Can attack as soon as it comes under control. Can deal excess combat damage to the player or planeswalker that's attacking. Markov Baron. Feast of the Victorious Dead. At the beginning of your end step, if 1 or more creatures die this turn, you may gain that much life and distribute that many 1/1 counters among any number of creatures you control. Urborg Scavengers. This creature enters attacks, exile target card from graveyard, 1/1 counter on this creature. So it's flying as long as a card exiled with it has flying. Same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. Pack 2, let's see. Cosmic Rebirth. Choose target permanent card in your graveyard. If it has mana value 3 or less, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't put it onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Gain 3 life. Niv-Mizzet. Preem. Flying, hexproof, and monocolored. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard that's exactly 2 colors is a jumpstart. Takes one of each land type though. Jumpstart, then exile this card. Rayav, Master Smith. So let's see. When a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, this creature gains gains double strike until end of turn. Not bad. Not bad at all. Last pack of Aftermath. Rugged Highlands. Gain 1 life. Add red or green. Got another Inga. Another Rune Eyes. That's kind of funky looking. I like that design. What do we got here? Narset. Enlightened Exile. Creatures you control have prowess. So, cast on your spell. It gets 1/1 until end of turn. Narset attacks. Exile target non-creature, non-land card with mana value less than Narset's power from graveyard. Copy it. You can cast a copy without paying its mana cost. Strange. Winds of Eldraine. Let's see. Back 1. Oh, here we go. Compulsion. Discard a card, draw a card, sacrifice this enchantment, draw a card. Gadwick's First Duel. Creates token. Cursed Roll. Each creature has base power and toughness 1/1. Creature has movement 1 roll, controlled by the same player attached to it all. All but the most recent one is put into the graveyard. Scry 2. Whenever you next cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 3 or less this turn, copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. This is Archivist. Whenever 1 or more artifacts control enter, put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever 1 or more enchantments you control enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Strange. You can probably figure out how to work it. There we go. Getting some rare cards. Impact Tremors. Control enters this enchantment, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Creature human or Twisted Sewer Witch. What do we got here? Pollen Shield Hair. Hair raising adventure. Target creature you control gains vigilance and gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creature tokens you control get 1/1. So it just sounds like a really good green card. Dark Tutelage. Reveal the top card of your library and put the card in your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. It's 2/2 white knight creature tokens. Vigilance. 1/0. Haste until end of turn. What's that? Mythic Wild card. I can get a free Mythic Wild card. Unruly Catapult. Draw 2 cards. Not bad, not bad. Just an instant draw 2. What we got here? Human Knight. Mosswood Dread Knight. Dread Whispers, Sorcery Adventure. You draw a card, lose 1 life. This creature dies, you may cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of your next turn. Alright, next 3 packs. Lost Caverns, Ixalan. I'm really hoping I said that right, because it'd be super embarrassing if I didn't. There we go. Your wild card. This creature enters, counter up to 1 target activated ability. An ability of an artifact creature or planeswalker is countered this way. That permanent loses all abilities for as long as this creature remains in the battlefield. Mana abilities can't be targeted. Send 4 to 1/1 as lifelink. Chart a course. Draw 2 cards, discard a card unless you attack this turn. Okay. Fight creature gnome. Staunch crewmate. Poison Dart Frog. And 1 mana of any color. This creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. Good lord. Whale of the Forgotten. Descend 8. Choose 1. If there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard to cast a spell, choose 1 or more instead. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Target opponent discards a card. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, and the rest into the graveyard. Sounds wild. Once again, whole lot of reading. I'm sorry for that. Promising Vein. Add white. Sacrifice this land. Search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Ancestral Echo. Flying. Ward 2. Exile another target creature or artifact you control. Turn it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next step. Well, the next end step. Got 2 more until getting a mythic wild card. Alright. Next. Murders at Karlov Manor. Let's see it. Make your move. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. Not bad. Creates a clue token. Okay, talks analysis. Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Investigate. So, create a clue token. Sacrifice the artifact to draw a card. The amount of damage a source with Death Touch deals to a creature is enough to destroy it, so... Okay. Damage dealt. Also cause its controller to gain that much life. Magnifying glass. Another clue token. Add mana and investigate. What do we have here? Krenko, Baron of 10 Street. Hey, sacrifice an artifact. Sacrifice an artifact. Okay, so hold on. So an artifact and token artifact. I'm hoping that token artifacts with 2. So I could sacrifice a clue token. Theoretically, get a 1/1 counter on each goblin you control. When an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay mana. Red mana. If you do, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It gains haste until the end of turn. So you can just kind of bum rush people. There it is. Where's that? One mythic wild card. Expose the culprit. One of both. Turn target face down, creature face. Turn target face down creature face up. Exile any number of face up. Exile any number of face up creatures you control with the disguise. Face down pile. Shuffle that pile and cloak them. Using vehicle. Kylox's Volt Strider. Collect evidence 6. To collect evidence 6, exile cards with total mana value 6 or greater from the graveyard. Tap any number of other creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Last one for Karlov. Let's see it. They went this way. Search your library for a basic land, put onto the battlefield tap, shuffle, and investigate. Get a clue token. Shocked. It's 2 damage to any targets. Convenient target. Suspect enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets 1/1. Turn this card from the graveyard to your hand. Barbed Servitor. Indestructible. Suspected. Whenever this creature deals combat damage, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, target opponent loses that much life. That is probably one of the dumbest cards I've seen. It can work, but still, how are you going to make it work when people can just read what it does? Anyway, next up, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Friggin' cowboys. Love cowboys. Humiliate. Onlookers delighted as Sterling Agent brought low. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a non-land from it. Player discards it. Put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Okay, just white and black for that. Boneyard Desecrator. Treasure token. Sacrifice this token. Add 1 mana of any color. 1 counter if no one sacrifices I create treasure. Okay. So we got a rare wild card. Shoot the Sheriff. just destroy target non-outlaw creature. So just destroy most things with 1 black. That's pretty good. Shoot the Sheriff is pretty good from what I can remember. Yep, there we go. Got another card. Decimate. Tragedy strikes, and again, and again, and again. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. You can't cast a spell unless you have legal choices for all its targets. Satoru the Infiltrator. Menace. Can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Satoru and or 1 or more other non-token creatures control enter. If none of them were cast or no mana was spent on them, draw a card. Last one for Thunder Junction. Let's see it. At knife point. During your turn, allies you control have first strike. Whenever you commit a crime, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token with... I don't know exactly what that is. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 till turn. Activate the sorcery ability triggers only once each turn. Distribution and Cleave 5. Destroy target protected creature. Cast a spell for its cleave cost. If you do, remove the words in square brackets. Okay. So if you cast the cleave cost, you just destroy a creature, but if you don't, if you cast it for 1, you can only use it to destroy an attacking creature. Mythic Wildcard. Worth it! Alright, well. Next card series, we get 3 packs from Bloomburrow. Let's see this. I have no idea what's good from Bloomburrow.
Laugh all you want. I'm still the master of lightning.
Oh, Legendary Planeswalker. Ral, Crackling Wit. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a loyalty counter on Ral. +1, create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. -3, draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards. -10, draw 3 cards. You get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells you cast at Storm. It's pretty neat to me, in all honesty. Heirloom Epic. For just 1. 1 mana doesn't need to be any specific mana. Draw a card. For each mana in this ability's activation cost, you can tap an untapped creature you control rather than pay that mana. Activate only on sorcery. What are you? Scavenger's Talent. It's a black card too. Mill? Oh. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control die, create a food token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice 3 other non-land permanents. If you do, return a creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Oh, this is my last pack of Bloomburrow. Already? Otter Wizard, Stormcatch Mentor. Wait, dude. Thundertrap Trainer. Offspring 4, when it enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library and reveal a non-creature, non-land. Among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of... Okay, so they're the same thing. Just play both of them at the same time, I think. Alright, next. Duskmourn, House of Horror. Oh, this thing. This thing's a monster. Creature you control deals combat damage to a player. Draw a card. When Enduring Curiosity dies, if it's a creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. It's an enchantment, not a creature. When it dies, if it was a creature, into the battlefield under its owner's control. Okay, now that's just confusing me. You're saying it's not a creature, And if it was a creature, return to the battlefield under its owner's control. It's being real finicky about that. Derelict Attic and Widow's Walk. Just like you may cast either half. That door unlocks on the battlefield. As a sorcerer, you may pay the mana cost of a locked door to unlock it. If you unlock Derelict Attic, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. If you unlock Widow's Walk, creature control attacks alone, it gets 1/0 and gains Death Touch. I am so very confused. Lakeside Shack. Land enters tapped unless a player has 13 or less life. Say its name. Mill 3. Turn a creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Exile this card into other cards and say its name from your graveyard. Search your graveyard hand and or library for a card named Altanak, the thrice called, and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. Reluctant Role Model. At the beginning of your second main phase, this creature is tapped, put a flying lifelink or 1/1 counter on it. Whenever this creature or another creature dies, put counters on it, put those counters up to 1 target creature. Alright, here we go, one of these. Grand entryway. When you unlock this door, 1/1 White Glimmer enchantment creature token. For Element Rotunda, whenever you unlock this door, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Waltz of Rage. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each creature. Till end of turn, whenever a creature you control dies. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired of reading. Exile top card of library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. And next up, Magic Gathering Foundations. Here we go. Ruby Daring Tracker. When Ruby attacks, will you control a creature with power 4 or greater? Ruby gets 2/2 until the end of turn. Add red or green mana. Alesha, who laughs at fate. Is that some granny? That's friggin' Battle Granny. When Alesha attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. Raid. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, return target creature card automatically use less than or equal to Alesha's power from the graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. That sounds crazy for late game. If you attack this turn, return target creature. Okay, dude. Sweet, I know one of those. Giada, Font of Hope. Flying in Vigilance. Each other angel you control enters an additional 1/1 counter on it for each angel you already control. Add white, spend this mana only to cast an angel spell. Target Highlands. This land enters tapped. When this land enters, you gain 1 life. Add red or green. This land enters tapped. When it enters, you gain 1 life. Add white or blue. Archmage Runes. Giant Wizard. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. Alright, next up, we have 2 sets for Aether Drift. I have no clue what the differences are between these, but you know what? We're gonna find out. Retway Moose. Saddle 2. Tap any number of other creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This mount becomes saddled until end of turn. Saddle only is a sorcery. This creature attacks with saddled, seek a land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Starting column. Add 1 mana of any color. Max speed. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw 2 cards. Discard a card. Artifact land. Rising Chicane. Start your engines. If you have no speed, starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. You're the starting player. This land enters tapped. Start your engines. And I think that's just any type of mana. Max speed. Beginning of combat on your turn, this land becomes a 2/2 construct creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. Ornate Imitations. For each number between 1 and X, conjure a random creature card with that mana value onto the battlefield. X can't be 0. These are some friggin' funky looking cards, man. Oh! Arius, Flyby Trawler. Flying and trample. Seek. Whenever Arius attacks, seek a non-shark card. Discard that card at the beginning of the next end step. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, put a 1/1 counter on Arius. This land enters tapped. This land enters, gain 1 life. Add black or red. Okay. Second set of Aether Drift. Quag Beast. Oh, mill. Choose target creature, planeswalker, or vehicle. Mill 2 cards. Destroy the chosen permanent if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. 1/1 counter target creature. It gains Death Touch and Indestructible until the end of the turn. Stock up! Man, I didn't know that this card was from this set. I've been needing some of these. Top 5 cards in your library, 2 of them into your hand, rest at the bottom of your library in any order. No, not bad at all. Possession Engine. This vehicle enters, gain control of target creatures an opponent controls for as long as you control this vehicle. That creature can't attack or block for as long as you control this vehicle. Crew 3. Depending on the number of creatures you control with total power 3 or more, this vehicle becomes an artifact creature till the end of turn. Just racking them up at this point. Legendary creature. Culloden, Triumph Caster. Human Pilot. Mounts and vehicles you control have haste. Whenever a mount you control enters, it becomes saddled till end of turn. Whenever a vehicle you control enters, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Creature with haste can attack and kick as soon as it comes under control. I have no clue what the full reverse arrow means. I should have done more reading. Anyway, start on Tarkir. What can we get from Tarkir? Land here. This enters tapped. When it enters, gain 1 life. Add blue or black. I have no clue how I'm supposed to say that. Flickering Talon. I'm just gonna try it. Zokai. When Zokai enters, the next non-creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast. Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Land Desert. If you were the starting player, this land enters tapped. As this land enters, choose up to 2 colors from 1 card's hand. Add mana, add 1 mana of a chosen color. Add black or red. 1/1 till end of turn. Hammered Loam Frill. Death Touch. Renew. 1 green mana. Exile this card from a graveyard. Conjure a duplicate of another target creature card in your graveyard onto the top of your library. The duplicate perpetually gets 1/1 and gains Death Touch. Active only as a sorcery. Next up, Tarkir, Dragonstorm. Let's see this. Bator, kin to all. Beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, draw a card. If you control have total toughness 20 or greater, untap each creature you control. Then if creatures you control have total toughness 40 or greater, each opponent loses half their life, rounded up. No idea how you're getting that last one, but I don't know, you might be able to make it work. Winter Night Stories. Draw 3 cards. Discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Harmonize 4. Cast this card from your graveyard for 4 blue. You may tap a creature you control to reduce that cost by X, where X is that creature's power, then exile the spell. Not bad, in all honesty. Add white or blue. Okay. Endure 2. Discard a card if you draw a card. Or Karsi Revenant. Flying Death Touch Lifelink. Renew 2 black. Exile this card from the graveyard. Put a flying counter, Death Touch counter, and a lifelink counter on target creature. Activate only as sorcery. We'll do the Final Fantasy pack next, but I'm saving that one for last. We will get on to the 2 Edge of Eternity sets. Set this one up first. Oh, dang. Alright. Val, Maroon Surveyor. Whenever you discover, investigate, scry, surveil, or seek 1 or more cards, Val deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Attacking doesn't cost your creature vigilance tap. Top cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard, and the rest of your library in order. Investigate. Create a colorless clue artifact token 2. Sacrifice this artifact to draw a card. Network Marauder. Robo Pirates. Good lord. When this creature enters, and whenever another artifact you control with mana value 3 or greater enters, all artifact creature cards and spacecraft cards you own perpetually get 1/1. Warp for 1 blue mana. You may cast this card from your hand at its warp cost. Exile it at the beginning of the next hand step. You may cast it from exile on a later turn. Got another copy of Val here. Brutus Strongmer, Insect Scientist. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice the land. You draft a card from the planet's spellbook and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Add 1 mana of any color. If you control a planet with 12 or more charge counters on it, add 3 mana of any 1 color instead. Spellbook 1 of 5. Right click for more. Oh, dear lord. I ain't reading all this. Oh, they're glorified lands. Okay, I see. Never mind, it ain't that bad. Last of the first Edge of Eternity's packs. Wild card. Okay. Here we go, part 2. Got 2 of these this time. Dust Bowl, the land. Add mana. Sacrifice the land. Destroy target non-basic land. Singularity Rupture. I see mill there. Destroy all creatures. Then any number of target players each mill half their library rounded down. Just mill half your deck. Good lord. Good lord. Nova Hellkite. Flying in haste. Enters, deals 1 damage to target creature an opponent controls. Warp for 2. Eco transmissions. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Being non-land permanent with the battlefield this turn, your spell this turn. Instead, you draw 2 cards, and each opponent loses 2 life. Let me see that. Vote out. Destroy target creature. That's a thing from that one. I think it was a Cartoon Network show with the chickens, and the main villain was like a thing of wasabi, and it was all about kung fu. That's literally the main villain from it. I'm not crazy. 0 point ballad. Destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. You lose X life. If X is 6 or more, return a creature card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. Alright. Through the Omen Paths. So we can get here. University campus. Okay, so this is Harry Potter. Add white or blue, surveil 1, top card over, put it in your graveyard. The Infernus! When the Infernus enters, search your library for a basic mountain card, put it onto the battlefield tap and shuffle. Infernus gets 1/1 for each mountain you control. When Infernus leaves, sacrifice a land. Pinnacle Research. Play 3. It's a 1/5. Play 6, you draw 2 cards. I don't know about that one. One or both. Counter target spell, tap 1 or 2 target creatures. Smart the Amateur. Draw 3. For 3, 2 of them need to be blue mana. Draw 3 cards. Counter target spell, draw a card. Not bad. Quint's Insight. Beginning of your first main phase, discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell from anywhere other than your hands, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. That was the first impact. It's already crazy. Ominous Asylum, add black, red, surveil 1. Another Mythic Wild card. Oh, here we go. 3. Kavaro! Oh, no way! Holy crap, I got Kavaro! Yeah, this is literally just Spider-Man. Just Spider-Man. Kavaro's absolutely broken. You may have Kavaro enter as a copy of any creature in a graveyard, except his name is Kavaro, Mind-Bitten. He's a 4/4 Spider-Human hero in addition to his other types. When you do, exile that card. These other ones. Eztli of the Thousand Moons. Eztli enters, another target creature you control gains flying until the end of turn. Perfected Pastry. Sacrifice artifact. Put a 1/1 counter on a creature, draw a card, activate on sorcery. For 2, sacrifice artifact, gain 3 life, draw a card. Kivni, Orb Weaver. Menace. This creature with Menace can't be blocked up by 2 or more creatures. Kivni enters, discard a card. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on him. Mayhem. You cast it. Okay, so for black and red, you may cast this card from the graveyard for black and red, discarded this turn. Timing rules still apply. That's absolutely wild. We got 2 left, besides the Avatar and Final Fantasy packs. So we'll hit Lorwyn and Lorwyn Eclipsed. Hit up Lorwyn. Guiltleaf Alchemist. Conjure a card named Force onto the battlefield. Activate only if 2 or more elf cards are in your graveyard. So basic green land. Not bad. Let's get a free land off that. Ooh. Salicinder and Soot. Rascals. Prowess and Trample. When Salicinder and Soot enter, and whenever you cast an elemental spell, choose 1. Conjure a card named Rite of Flame into your hand. Conjure a card named Take Inventory into your hand. So you're Rite of Flame is red. Add 2 red mana, then add red mana for each card named Rite of Flame in each graveyard. Take inventory. Draw a card, then draw cards equal to the number of cards named Take Inventory in your graveyard. Okay. Last card of Lorwyn. Adaptive Armorer. Vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause a creature with vigilance to tap. If a creature enters, draft a card from Adaptive Armorer's spellbook and put it onto the battlefield. When an equipment enters this way, attach it to the target creature you control. Oh! Oh dear. And these are all different. These are... Oh, good lord. Good lord. Draft a card from his spellbook. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. I don't know if I can read it all. Lorwyn Eclipsed. Drag it open. Let's see it. Sapling Nursery. Affinity for Forest. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each forest you control. This ability triggers when a land enters the battlefield under your control. Reach. Oh dang. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 3/4 green tree folk creature token with reach. For one green, exile this enchantment. Tree folk and forest you control gain indestructible until end of turn. That's a friggin' lot. Kindred Sorcery, Goblin. Black and red, Grub's Command. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of target goblin you control. Creatures target player controls get 1/1 and gain haste until end of turn. So target artifact or creature. Target player mills 5 cards, but each goblin card milled this way into their hand. I don't know if that's exactly good. No, you're milling cards. You could technically... You might be able to play that for Reanimator. Noggle Robber. This creature enters or dies. Create a creature token. Oh, I'm sorry. Create a treasure token. Sacrifice token, add 1 mana and color. Hexling Squelcher. Creature Goblin Sorcerer. Spell can't be countered. Ward, pay 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have ward. Pay 2 life. Whenever a permanent with ward becomes a target of a spell or ability the opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays the ward cost. Alright, last 2. I'm saving Final Fantasy for last because I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Anyway, here we go. Last Airbender. Hey! Aang, Last Airbender. When Aang enters, airbend up to 1 other target non-land permanent. Whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn. I said gangs. Aang gangs. So airbend. Airbend a permanent or to airbend a permanent or card, exile it. If the card is exiled this way, its owner may cast from exile by paying 2 mana rather than paying its mana cost. And I got a mythic wild card. Not bad. Foggy Swamp Vinebender is also pretty good. Rumble Arena. Scribe 1, add 1 mana from color. Not bad in the slightest. Abandoned Attachments. Abandoned Attachments, Aang's Journey. Those are pretty good. First Time Flyer is also pretty good. Day of the Black Sun. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. So Aang's Journey, 2 mana, kicker for 2. Search your library for a basic land. If the spell is kicked, said search your library for a basic land and a shrine. Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, shuffle, gain 2 life. Not bad at all. First Time Flyer, pretty good because, I mean, you can fly. Creature gets 1/1 as long as there's a lesson card in your graveyard. And this card is absolutely nutty. Abandon attachments. Discard a card if you do draw 2. And it's for blue and red. So I watched somebody play that in draft. Very good card. Zuko's Conviction. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If the spell is kicked, instead put that card onto the battlefield tapped. Land. Add black or red. Sacrifice land, draw a card. Spirit Water Revival. Waterbend 6. Good lord. Draw 2 cards. Spells additional cost was paid instead of shuffle your graveyard into your library. Draw 7 cards. And you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game? Exile Spirit Water Revival. Okay. Here we go. Final Fantasy tags. Noctis. I'm gonna need to read into that because I'm gonna be honest. Main reason I even want these is because I just really freaking like Final Fantasy. I might have played Kingdom Hearts on the channel, but I don't think I've played Final Fantasy. Oh man. This creature enters draw card. Beginning combat on your turn, if you control an equipment, you may pay 1. Do each attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. So let's see Noctis here. White, blue, and black. Is there just me, or can I... Is there like a scroll? Okay, never mind. That's just a thing on the card. You may cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life, in addition to paying their other costs. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters with a finality counter on it. So... Heal. Heal from lifelink. And finality counter... Go to a graveyard from the battlefield, exile it instead. What's the point then if I'm going to be exiling my own deck? If it goes to the graveyard, I can at least mill it. At least I think it's been a while. Trino, Dark City. Blue or black. Still in uniform. Target creature control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. Whenever you lose control of the equipment this turn, if it's attached, creature control and attach it. Find town, blue or green. Magical Adept. This is going to be a lot of reading. Good lord. Okay. So, Magical Adept, 1 red-green. Terra enters, mill 5 cards. Put up to 1 attachment. Put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand. Trance for 4 red-green. Exile Terra, return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate sorcery. So you trance and you get Esper Terra. As a saga enters and after you draw a step, add a lore counter. Create a token that's a copy of a target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put up to 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next step. Add 2 white, 2 blue, 2 black, 2 red, and 2 green. Exile Esper Terra. Return it to the battlefield front face up. Last pack. Get a swig for this one. Is that Kefka? No, okay. Archon Elder. The Phantom Train? No, man. Okay. Battle menu. Battle at the Big Bridge. Destroy target creature if it has mana value 2 or less. Revolt. Destroy that creature if it has mana value 4 or less. Instead, if it's permanent, left the battlefield under control this turn. Archon Elder. Legendary creature, human warlock. Whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card. Draw after you scry or surveil. Random train. Trample. Sacrifice another artifact creature, put a 1/1 on this vehicle. Becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. And that was my last pack. So yeah, I mean, I could just, if I really wanted to, I could go and try and get a crap load more packs, but at the end of the day, is it really worth it doing that? How far back can you go when it comes to these? Because I mean, like, I'd go back to the Fallout ones if I could, but I don't know if I can. For 2021. Saw Dungeons and Dragons over there. Baldur's Gate. Or, yeah, here it is. Lord of the Rings. Pioneer Masters. Okay. So yeah. Some of these just aren't here. But yeah, I got a pretty good amount of cards. If I just create some random deck, I can look at a bunch of these. So much crap here. Well, you know what? Even if that was a more boring video than usual, I had a lot of fun making it. And I'm genuinely hoping that y'all did too. Point is, I hope y'all enjoyed this pack opening on Magic the Gathering. If y'all did like, comment, sub, all that good stuff. And maybe sometime after I do more videos on God Hand and play this game more in my free time, I'll be able to actually do another one of these someday. So yeah. This has been Grim, signing off.